seems like every time I post something on social media, like either Twittergram. Did I just say Twittergram? Really? Twitter or TikTok. Not really Instagram. I don't really post much stuff on Instagram that's like political related. But most of the time when I post something political, it's on Twitter or TikTok. I get like attacked, of course, by the other side, and I'm called, a liberal or mostly a libtard, and I'm like, I'm not a liberal. I'm not. I don't at all consider myself to be a liberal. Yet that's all I get from the other side is like libtard or whatever, and I'm like, that's that's not where I stand politically at all. Like I've taken that test where it's like the cross thing and the radius, and like I am slightly left of center. I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close to the center, and that's not liberal. And it's annoying. Like I mentioned TikTok earlier, and I got a video that had like 5,500 views on it last week. Go check it out at McTaggart Attack. Same handle for Twitter, by the way. And just, I got 300 comments on it, and most of it was hate from, Trump supporters. Because it was just a video where I said that Trump isn't the president anymore, and he lost legitimately, and people got mad. They were upset. And and they said some pretty vile, awful things about me. I've deleted most of the comments and blocked. I've deleted the most hateful ones and blocked those people and reported some of them, because one guy threatened to break my neck. And he was pretty creepy. He also accused me of being a pedophile for whatever reason. So he's obviously a QAnon guy, because they all believe anyone against them is a pedophile, kind of like I believe anyone against me, any Trump supporter, is a racist. But they're not. But most of them. But it's just ridiculous. It's so volatile. And I just need to set the record straight that I'm not a liberal. So stop calling me a liberal. Don't call me a libtard or a liberal or any sort of other liberal name, okay? Because it doesn't apply to me. It's funny how being called liberal is what offended me the most. Whenever I post something politically, they automatically think I'm a liberal. I'm not liberal. I just hate Donald Trump. If that means I'm a liberal, then I guess I'm a liberal. But I don't consider myself a liberal. So stop calling me one. I'm glad he lost the election. Legally, I might add. What else do I want to talk about today? I also wanted to get this off my chest. I have a few other things I need to get off my chest. I hate partisan politics. Just, I was listening to the Megyn Kelly Show podcast. Yes, I listened to that. It's the only one of hers I've listened to so far. But she had Tulsi Gabbard on, former senator and former presidential candidate. And she tells a story, and I've heard her tell this story before, about how she, when she first came to Congress, all of the newbies were there together, all of them, regardless of party, and then eventually they were split off. And when they were split off, They were told, hey, look, as Democrats, our goal is to, everything we're doing is to try and win the next election. And vote along party lines, you know, vote against the Republicans, just, they tell you to be partisan from like the very beginning. And I love how she was against that. I love how she voted president in the first impeachment of Trump. That I didn't even understand why the hell they were impeaching him. But really, it's just sickening. I hate it because we have people in Congress who just vote along party lines. Like, they care more about their party winning than the country improving. They care more about beating the Republicans than the country improving. What the fuck is wrong with that? I mean, god damn, that is such an awful thing. That's terrible. Both sides do it. Because she was saying both sides are pretty much told the same thing, to act partisan, vote along party lines, make sure our party wins. But I would think if you're voted a congressman, your job is to help the people who elected you, not the party that you're in. Because yes, I know that there are two political parties, but we're still one country. And it's just ridiculous that partisan politics is just so split. It's frustrating. I hate it. And I've always had that suspicion, and it's pretty fucking obvious that they vote along party lines. But when Tulsi Gabbard tells the story and says how that they're instructed to vote along the party, I'm like, that's stupid. They need to stop doing that. They need to stop telling them what to do. Think for yourselves and vote for what you think is best for the people who voted you in. It's disgusting. What else? What else do I need to get off my chest in this episode? Dr. Seuss. People are mad that Dr. Seuss, that cancel culture hit Dr. Seuss, but that's not what happened at all. And that's kind of irritating to me, because, like, again, it's another issue, just like last week with people upset about Mr. Potato Head. They, like, read the headline of the article, but not, like, the actual article. Because, like, it's not like Dr. Seuss canceled all of their books. They stopped publishing 6 books that I'd never heard of. And they made the decision on their own. It's not like someone yelled at them and told them that they should get rid of this. They examined. They thought that, like, the pictures or the wording was wrong. I don't remember exactly, but it's like they did it on their own. It's not cancel culture. They weren't, like, told by a group to go ahead and stop publishing these books. No, they decided on their own. They made a conscious decision on their own, based on their own judgment, based on their own findings, that they should stop putting out these books. And the reaction to it is just so frustrating. What was it? Kevin McCarthy, Republican House Minority Leader, was reading Green Eggs and Ham. That isn't even one of the books that they stopped publishing. My God. It's like, I'm all for being angry about things. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, this is misguided. There's so much misguided bullshit out there. It's like it's not cancel culture. They canceled themselves, if anything, but that doesn't count as cancel culture. Plus, they're books that no one's probably ever even read anyway. Maybe some people have, but not most people. I scanned through the titles of those books. I'm not familiar with any of those. It's just irritating. Like, people just had misconceptions about that whole fucking thing. It's just irritating that's what happened. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. It's not what happened at all. Thank you so much for watching and or listening to the episode today. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to let me know what you thought. And that's the bottom line. If you smell what the McTaggart Attack podcast is cooking.